who would you would want to meet also if you could, like a person from history, like just have say dinner?
I'm very fascinated with Bhagat Singh.
Okay.
Bhagat Singh is somebody I would love to meet. I would love to play, but unfortunately, they've already made some 18 films on Bhagat Singh, and I was part of one of them. Bhagat Singh, I think, is somebody I'd love to sort of have met.
Dino and Rashti, both of you.
I'd love to actually explore the time during Shivaji's reign.
I think I would definitely want to meet and be at the time when there was Anarkali on Earth. And to see her in person and have a chat with her.
Lovely to meet you, Team Empire. I absolutely love the trailer. And also, since being a history student, I kind of resonated, brought back memories of medieval India back to me. So it's being called the Indian Game of Thrones. But I must say that our history is such like Game of Thrones was being enacted in every dynasty that came and went. So all three of you tell me what can we expect?
Who wants to start?
Well, anyone can start. I'll start. I think what people can expect, I mean, like you said, Game of Thrones is, if people are talking about the scale of it and comparing it to Game of Thrones, well, then that's fine because Game of Thrones is, something that's mounted on a huge scale. And this is mounted on a huge scale as well. But I think that's where the comparisons should begin and end because this is a whole different story. It's different characters. It's a different world. And like you said, our history is far more interesting than any Game of Thrones. So there's so much to explore there. And this really, I think, is the biggest thing that any one of us has been part of in terms of just the ambition of it and the vision of it. And I remember the first day I went on the sets, I got lost because they had built pretty much a whole city. And I was coming off a film where I had to pay for my own tickets and take my own clothes to the set because they didn't have a budget. So I was going from one extreme to the other. And I was like, my God, this is incredible. So everything I think is humongous. And I think, just scale is not enough. I think what is most interesting about it is the drama, the politics, the treachery, everything that goes into creating an empire. And I think that really is the most interesting part of the show, the story.
Yep. Do you know how good were you in history and you play the Mensing Shabani Khan, who is like at loggerheads with our barber here? So what was it like? Did you like refer to history or nothing of that sort?
I actually was a good history student. I must say.
High five on that.
I love reading and everything that happened in our country, especially. We didn't do so much world history, but we did Indian history a lot. Coming back to the Empire, I didn't read the book, to be honest, but I read the script, and the script was so beautifully fleshed out. It was telling a really nice story. And this is the story of the Mughal regime when they started in Uzbekistan, then Fargana and Samarkand, before they worked their way down towards the southeast of the continent. So this is the story has more to do how a king gets the throne, the antagonists he has, the betrayal, the deceit. It's that kind of well fleshed out story. So I didn't really need to read history to understand what was going on. Like I said, my history is anyway fairly decent. So by reading the script many times, I understood the world. I understood the madness of Shaibani Khan. Shaibani Khan is a character who always maintains that the throne should be earned and never inherited. So his fight was for that, and he disliked anyone who inherited the throne. So there's a madness to him. There's a craziness because he has a bit of a history in the script. You'll see something that happened to him many years ago, and that's why he is who he is. That's why he is as savage as he is, and that's why he's cunning. He's a warrior. So for me, just reading the script and getting to understand the psyche of the characters and to understand that world was sufficient enough to bring life into Shaibani Khan.
Okay. And Rashti, I mean, you play Khanzada, and also the women in Mughal history. There's not much written about them. But they were extremely powerful. You hear about a Noor Jahan, like a Jahan Ara, but Noor Jahan has been someone who's been spoken about. The rest are just very fleeting. So what were your references and playing the character that you are?
So, like Dino said, even I have not read the book, but I
Yeah.
did read my script very, very thoroughly. And
Huh.
I think the more I read and the more I shot is the more deeper I got into the character of Khanzada to understand that for the first time, of course, we've always spoken about the kings, but this time we are talking about the kingmakers as well, how the women
Yeah.
actually took control and helped the king become the king. So of course that was something, and firstly this was something very different that I've played from whatever I played in the past. So
Yeah.
it was very difficult. It was very different, and more than difficult, I think it was very different. So I think gradually I got a hang of it, and like everyone is saying, it is magnum opus. It is big, and I'm hoping after people watch it, they think that it's even bigger.
Absolutely. And Kunal, and to the three of you, because we've had movies on history. We have had a Mughal Azam, which is like 3 hours long, but it's all very fleeting, a little bit about the war, the politics, a lot about the romance. But this seems to be like mini movies into a series, like 8, 10 episodes, whatever. Like it's a movie in itself. So, I mean, Kunal, when you came on board, what was the kind of research? Because you have to get the lihaza right, you have to get the language right, you have to get the body language right, and then also you have actors like Shabana Azmi, and So, what was that like?
Well, I had read the book a couple of months before I was offered the script.
Oh.
And I thought it was a great piece of historical fiction. I felt the way he had sort of taken this real sort of incident and real world and fictionalized it and created these very wonderful and interesting characters within it. I thought was very, very interesting. And I felt like somebody should actually make a show or a movie of this. And surprisingly enough, 5 months later, coincidentally enough, I was offered the show. And
you manifested it. Wow.
I manifested, but we were talking about how I read a lot of books and feel like they should all be shows. So I don't know if I really manifested it or not.
Wow.
Because then all of those should be happening. But yeah, I think that the book, like Dino said and Drashti said, there was really no need to go back into history except to understand that world, because these characters, like I said, are written beautifully in the book. And even in the script, I felt like Mitakshara had, taken what was in the book, taken the best of that, and taken it further. So the characters were so well fleshed out that there was no real need to dip into how they were written in history, right? This is a whole new take on it. And it was very important that we go with this take and be honest with the book. And I think for me, what was really important was, every time somebody plays a king or an emperor or somebody that is important, it's played with a certain attitude. I feel, it's always played like a king. These there's a arrogance and there's a certain bearing that the actors bring. And my attempt really was, how do I try and play against type and make this character more real and more vulnerable, and of course have moments of strength as well. But how do I sort of not play it the way it's been played before? And I think that was a challenge, because your first instinct is to play it in a certain way. You want to play it in a certain way because that's what you've always seen. But for me, it was, how do I sort of bring something new to a character of an emperor? And the script really sort of supported that, because this is a character that is the emperor but is racked with self-doubt. This is a character that can be physically very strong but then can be emotionally extremely weak, and he needs the women in his life to sort of always put him back on track. So the script allowed me, to try something new, and the challenge really was to always, your instinct is to play it a certain way, and then to play it against that and play it against type, I think was the challenge.
True. And Dino, I'm liking the look. Are you going to maintain this look for long? There were like pictures of him and Ranveer. Khilji meets Shabani Khan. So I'm liking the look actually.
Well, I kind of like it too. It just gives you more to do with when you have longer hair. I to be honest, I haven't seen my face in the last 2 years because I've had this beard. I don't know what I'd be like without the beard. I'm going to keep it for a bit because there are a lot of people who kind of like it and who want to do something with it in something else in the future coming up soon. So I might just keep it for a few months more. But I'm just dying to have a look at my face and shave it off, take a look and then grow it back. But
Wow.
this will remain, I think, for a few more months. I think, yeah.
I can't wait to see what comes next. And Rafi, asking you, I mean, the thing is, as you said, never done anything before. And it's really nice for all three of you. I've liked the way all of you are doing different roles. And I think we need to thank OTT and the way we are consuming content, the kind of stories we want to see. Like, none of you are now restricted. You can do anything you want. So, and especially for the ladies, I must say that it's just opened up a new vista, as I would say.
Yeah, it has. Sorry,
So,
Drishti.
Continue.
No, please go. I've been speaking a lot.
No, for sure. Of course, for me, I've done very stereotype roles because that's the only extent you can go when it comes to television, because it goes on for that many days, that many months, and that many years.
Yeah.
So, of course, this is very different from what I've played, and I hope this gets me some good content to work.
And the gentleman, because we saw Dino in Tandav recently.
Yeah.
Kunal has these series now have been coming up. So do you now feel that, as you know, it's now democratized content, talent, and everything, and now you can do anything you want to and try, experiment?
OTT has really opened up the space completely. I mean, since web shows started being made, there's a nice risk. There's an interesting risk makers are taking. They're casting correctly. They're casting not as per the kind of business you bring in, but they're casting as per whether you fit the show or you don't fit the show. And so if you watch most of the interesting content that's being made, the casting is just so phenomenal. And there's a bunch of outstanding actors out there who are all getting an opportunity, like us. We're getting another opportunity again. And I think it's a great time to explore and to tread carefully, obviously, to pick and choose really how you move forward. Because this time right now, and I feel for the next couple of years, content making, everyone's coming out with a show and they're raising the bar only higher. Indian stories are going on a world platform. People are seeing us now. So it's a great time and a great space for actors, directors, writers, the whole lot, everyone in the content making industry. So I think it's a beautiful time.
Do you feel sometimes, like Kunal, you can answer this, that sense of complacency might come in, though we may have upended the star system, that OTT might create another star system, because now it's free. Anyone can do whatever they want.
I don't know.
I missed that question. I couldn't hear that. Sorry.
Okay. I said, do you think a sense of complacency also could set in, because they say it's upended the star system, but it just might create yet another star system, It tends to repeat, nah?
There's a whole lot of uncertainty at the moment. With the way everything is moving, anything can happen right now. Right now, I feel the race is open, right? It's like a marathon that's just begun. It's a new race and anything can actually happen, because the number of consumers on OTT is huge. Nothing beats TV, no doubt. There's a perception to the film personality, right?
Yeah.
And I feel the way OTT is moving at a really fast speed, things might shift dramatically. As a matter of fact, what I see, and this is my take, what I see is the films in the South right now are overtaking us in a huge way, because some of their content is just simply outstanding. And the actors down South are getting insane amount of viewership. So right now the race is open for me, and anything can happen.
Yeah. Kunal, Rashti, what would you want to say, both of you?
Well, the thing that I find most interesting, and this is from my own sort of journey as an actor, is that when I started off, the characters that I was offered were very unreal. I mean, these were people that I didn't see in my life and I didn't relate to in any sort of way. And even stories that were being told were very sort of, stereotypical. You had very few films that really broke the mold, but you had most of these like NRI audience films, And what I find most exciting about this time is that on OTT, you're allowed to bring forth, and audiences are open to that, is very, very flawed characters. Characters that may eventually be the heroes, but even the heroes are very flawed. You know, they have personality problems, they have, you know, issues that they're dealing with, and I think that's what makes them so relatable. And those are the characters that I enjoy playing and, you know, enjoy watching. So I'm very excited about the fact that, you know, these characters are now being brought forth as opposed to the hero, villain, black, white. It's all gray and flawed, and that's interesting to watch and play. The other thing that I find interesting is that now we're telling stories from our country. You know, stories from the small towns, small stories of heroes that you haven't seen before. And that for me is really interesting because, like you were saying earlier, we have so many interesting stories and so many interesting characters, and we've never really brought those to screen or, you know, brought those forward. And to see that happening, I mean, most of the films that are now being made are stories of small towns, you know, people from not the urban centers. And I think that is very, very exciting to see.
Actually, what about you? You played the perfect woman all the time. What about you?
Second Kunal in this, I think I would like to just add that because we are now showing a lot of content which is from our country, I think you can't call it general knowledge, but you get to hear about these people and you actually go back and read about them.
True.
You know, and that's something that I'm really enjoying right now.
And also, I mean, if you want to take content outside India, I mean, we're talking about, like Dino was saying, is that there's people across the world that are watching our content. The only reason that they're watching our content is because it's true to our, you know, country, and it's unusual and it's new, you know. Otherwise, why would I watch another sort of Mission Impossible that's coming from India? You know what I mean? I'd rather watch something from a small town, some interesting story. So I think that's great.
Absolutely agree with that. And Rashi, you've always played the perfect person on screen, which is now the role that you really want to play. Ki wo pura shake ho jaye mold.
Are you asking me? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, no, I'm asking you. You've always played the perfect person. Now you can shake the mold, which is the role now you.
I haven't really thought, but actually I would really like to think about this and get back. For me, honestly, this was something that I've never thought would happen. I'm giving a very modest answer, but genuinely, I never thought this would happen. And even when I got onto an OTT, I didn't know I would be actually getting onto a show like this. So for me right now, playing this only is a big deal. And yeah, but I would definitely want to play more women-oriented OTT platform shows.
True. So the last question to the three of you, which is that one particular character in history you would want to meet, or a moment in time that you wish you could have been a fly on the wall and observed the going on?
I would actually.
Oh, that's a tough one. There's so many of them. Yeah, there's I don't know. There's the whole independence movement. I think is very, very fascinating, and all the characters. I mean, I had a chance to sort of briefly touch upon it in Rang De Basanti, but all those characters, I find that time really the most interesting time to sort of dive into.
Who would you want to meet also if you could, like a person from history, like just have, say, dinner?
I'm very fascinated with Bhagat Singh. You know, Bhagat Singh is somebody I would love to meet. I would love to play, but unfortunately, they've already made some 18 films on Bhagat Singh, and I was part of one of them. But yeah, Bhagat Singh, I think, is somebody I'd love to sort of have met.
Dino and Rashi, both of you.
I'd love to actually explore the time during Shivaji's reign, because I mean, I read about Shivaji in history, and just the smartness in the way his guerrilla tactics and the way he sort of overcame his opponents was pretty interesting. Moreover, he had a lot of lieutenants who were really worthy lieutenants whose stories haven't been told. So there's a lot of interesting stories over there to be told on warfare, you know, which was very interesting at that time. So that would be, I mean, I'd love to play one of those parts at some point if we do.
And a person from history you would want to meet and just have a chat with.
Just to understand his mind at that point, you know, what he thought and why he wanted to do what he did, the kind of guerrilla tactics, where that came from. I mean, it'd be interesting just to understand their sense of war.
Wow, interesting. Daphne, now to you. A person in history you would want to meet and a moment in time you want to go back to.
I think I would definitely want to meet and be at the time when there was Anarkali on Earth. and to see her in person and have a chat with her. And play her also if I get a chance.
Take her for
That
coffee.
just may
Take her for
that
coffee.
may just
Pardon me?
Take her for coffee.
Yeah,
take
totally.
up a coffee.
Totally.
That would be interesting. Anarkali meets Dhasti. It will be nice. Yeah, we can shoot it in a coffee shop.
Exactly.
Having some
I think we have
having
Our
some-
next show.
Anarkali means Khanzada.
a new show ready. Anyway, thank
Or
you
a
guys.
conversation between Shivaji, Bhagat Singh and Anarkali. That would be
Oh my God.
Kunal, let's do it. Since you are the master manifester here, let's do it. That's the next show here. Shivaji,
Yeah,
Bhagat
go for
Singh
it, Kunal.
and Anarkali. Go for it. Thank you. Anyways, all the very best. I'm looking
Thank
forward
you.
to the
Thank you.
Empire.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Thank you.
Bye.
If you've liked this interview, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram.